All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we're going to start from lying down position. So have your um, cushion or your towel or your blanket to protect your neck and head. Remember, as we lie down, it's always a good idea to keep the knees bent to relax any tension in your lower back. Now, let me see if you can see me there, actually. Now, there you go. Yeah, I have to adjust a little bit. As you can see, I'm not in my regular space. And this is the only spot I have room to lay my yoga mat here. So protect your neck and head, bend your knees, relax your lower back, and then place your palms down to your belly with the elbows out, making adjustment in your shoulder blades, and take a moment here with the eyes closed to find a moment where you can start to feel the body at the same time to experience relaxation and softness, guiding the chin slightly into your chest. Find that nice length in the back of the head and bring the arms out in T position. Hold on, somebody is joining in. Arms in T position with palms facing up, eyes closed. Relaxing the back of both shoulders, shoulder blades. And just breathe here as you soften any tension on the front of the chest, the back of your hips. And just breathe through the nose, in and out, in and out. With every exhale, keep releasing and softening the muscles. Notice if you're holding tension in your lips and muscle of your face. Relax your jaw, your chin. And feel the air coming in, running all throughout your body. And with every exhalation, let go tightness and tension. Now please begin to deepen the length of the breath, making your inhales and exhales a little bit deeper and longer. And then place the palms and the arms down by your hips, relax shoulders back and down. And we're going to slowly move the pelvis into the navel, rocking lower back, moving the pelvis towards the heel. Gently mobilization of your lumbar spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Remember, we're just warming up the body, so don't rush. Cat-cow from lying down position, but mainly drawing the tension and the movement in your lower back. Good. Find your neutral spine, guide the thighs into the chest to stretch and just hold it there. Chin slightly tucked in into the sternum and slowly stretch your lower back. Couple more breaths. And then lower the feet wide as your hips. Bring the arms overhead. and reach through the upper spine. Create a space in between each vertebrae, palms facing to each other, yet relax your shoulders away from your ears. Now, please flex the elbows, interlace the fingers, place the palm behind the head, elbows up to the sky, engage the muscle of your neck, and assisted with your hands, pick up the head off the floor, draw the chin to your chest. Now stretch the upper spine in between the shoulder blades. And exhale all the way down. Release the hands from the back of the head. Arms in T position. Gently rock your neck from side to side. Again, feet off the mat, hug yourself, stretch your lower back. Let's have a gentle lateral stretch. Bring the right foot to the right corner of the mat and then extend the left leg, cross it over your right ankle. Arms overhead, flex the elbow, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, gently move the spine to the right as you feel those intercostal muscles opening. Breathe through the left side of your torso. Take a nice inhale. Bring the spine back to neutral and do the crossing of the legs. Left leg goes to the left corner. Cross the right leg over to the right ankle. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Soften shoulders and elbows. Deep inhale. And exhale, move the spine to the left. Relax your right elbow down and breathe through the right line of your torso. Watch your breath. Inhale through the nose, return the spine back to neutral position and do the crossing of the legs. Flex your right knee and then hug your left knee into your chest, below your knee, and then straighten your right leg all the way to the front of the mat. Pick up the head off the floor, forehead to your knee. Exhale, head down. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh with right hand outside of your left knee and left in T. Slowly exhale and guide the left knee to the right into our first gentle twist. Watch your breath. Inhale and do the twist. Keep your left knee bent and then hug the right thigh into the chest. Head off the mat, forehead to your knee. Exhale, head down. Straighten your left leg all the way to the end of the mat. Right foot above your left knee. With your left hand outside right knee, right arm in T. Nice inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Deep inhales. Full exhale. Back to center and do the twist. Right foot down, left foot down, roll over to one side and slowly place both palms to the floor to pick up the torso. And let's all find our way to seated position. So use your cushion or your blanket to sit on the edge of your blanket. So Sukhasana, easy pose, or any pose that allows you to have a nice long spine. Take a moment, shoulders back and down, draw the belly in. Close your eyes and bring the attention back to your breath. Now with the inhale, arms open in T, guide those shoulders, elbow back, gently arch the upper spine, and then slowly hands to the heart into Anjali Mudra. Inhale again, open, stretch the front of the shoulders, open the heart, and then slowly guide the hands together, palms together. One more, inhale to open in T. Exhale to close. And release the hands towards the floor. Moving the neck, elbows by your rib cage. Avoid any tension in your shoulders. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And open. Linking the breath with the movement. One last. And as you keep the chin in, place both hands to the back of your head, elbows in, upper spine remains upright, and then slowly guide the chin to your sternum. Nice inhales. And full deep exhale. And inhale, lift the chest, open the elbows, release the left hand down, and then place your right hand to your left ear. We're going to do a lateral stretch of the neck. Nice inhale, drop the left shoulder down, and exhale, guide the right ear to your right shoulder. Hold and breathe here. Nice, easy breathing. Let go, return the head back to neutral. Now place the palm to the back of your head. Rotate the chin somewhere in between your right shoulder and sternum. Now exhale, the chin goes down to your right collarbone. Release head back through center. Now both hands again to the back of the skull, elbows in, chin down. And the head returns back through center. Now lower the right hand down, keep the hand behind your head. Rotate the chin somewhere in between left shoulder and sternum, and then guide the chin now to your left collarbone. And inhale, return the neck back neutral. Now place your left hand to your right ear, drop the right shoulder down. Inhale and exhale. Now it's time to stretch the right side of the neck as we drop the left ear to your left shoulder. Keep the spine upright and the breath flowing. And let go, return the head back through center, do some rotation, lifting the chin up as we inhale, exhale to the right, to the chest, inhale, left and up, same direction. Going into the opposite direction. And hands together into Anjali Mudra, drawing again the breath. And as you watch the inhales and exhales, moving with attention and intention, without forcing the quality of the breath, we begin to lengthen the breath to slow it down. Lower the hands down. Let's walk the hands forward to relax your elbows, forearms towards the floor, and the chin goes down into the chest, crown of the hip pointing towards the floor, stretching cervical spine, upper spine, the back of both rib cage, and nod your head. Yes, shake your head no. Slowly inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, walk your hands back, and then rotate the fingers so the fingers now are facing to your shins. And then we're going to slowly lean forward to stretch the posterior part of your forearms, the back of your wrist. Relax your shoulders. Feel that stretch. And release and shake your wrist, your fingers, your hands. Now let's stretch the anterior part of the wrist and the top of your hands. Fingertips facing now again to the shins, but this time we're leaning forward, pressing gently the top of your hands. So we're stretching now the anterior part of your forearms and wrists. I can feel some tightness there. And release, and again, shake fingers, shake wrist, and open and close, open and close. Release the hands down, roll shoulders up, back and down, few rolls in one direction first to release tensions there in your shoulders and the upper spine, going into the opposite direction, still warming up the body. So be gentle here, hands behind you. Let's do some windshield wiper movement to move those hips. Dropping the legs to one side, remove your cushion or your blanket from the mat. And now we're going to come into tabletop position. Make sure you have your wrist right under the shoulders, the width of your shoulders, and the knees, the width of your hips. Moving the spine again into cat-cow. Drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, belly inching in. Inhale to arch, exhale to round. Add your own rhythm, please. Move with the breath, relaxing any tension. Today is all about mobilizing the spine in all different planes. Flexion, extension, lateral movement, and twist. Let's come into a neutral position. Belly goes in and the right arm goes under your left arm. Right shoulder drops down, right side of the face down. You can drop the forearm and elbow down, or if you want to challenge yourself and the shoulder feels right, you can wrap it around and then guide the left elbow a little bit more and shoulder back to deepen the twist. But just watch your body. Another gentle twist, but this time it helps to stretch the side of the neck. And if you have your arm down your lower back, place the left hand under the shoulder, left shoulder, and do the twist back to table. Time to twist into the opposite side from table. We're going to slide the left arm under your right arm. Release the right shoulder down, the left side of the face down. Feels like check if the right arm can go behind your back, or just keep the forearm and elbow down. Concentrating back in your breath. And release, right palm under right shoulder, and do the twist, left hand under your left shoulder, round the spine like an angry cat and drop the hips to the heels. Elbows out, forehead towards the hands or towards the block. If you're gonna reach the mat, remember, don't hold your neck and head on the air. Relax and open in between your shoulder blades. And then from here, let's move to dolphin pose. So elbows, forearms down, interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under. We're going to lengthen the spine and stretch the back line of both legs. Tuck the toes under, lift the hip, straighten the legs, heels down, crown of the head towards the floor. Make sure your neck is loose so you can do a little swinging here of the head. And just keep pressing gently through the heels to stretch the Achilles tendons, the calf muscles. Take a nice inhale. Heels up, knees down, separate the hands, and then walk with your hands to tabletop. From tabletop, tuck the toes under, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press with the palms, and lengthen the spine, draw the chin in. And then from here, walk your hands towards your feet. So we're coming to the back of the mat, bend the knees slightly to hold from the opposite elbows, allow the spine to relax. Crown of the head pointing towards the ceiling. And again, nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bring the hands towards the hips. Engage the core. Keep the chin in, lift the chest, and let's all find our way to a standing position. I need to adjust my screen so you can see me standing up. And we are in the back of the mat. Welcome to Samastiti. Feet under the hips, picking up through the arches. So if you notice that your knees are collapsing in, we want to press through the outside of the feet and shoulders back and down, equal standing pose. We're going to go into this position and Uttanasana, standing forward bend, to warm up this body and to build some strength on the muscles of the core and the back. From here, inhale, arms forward and up, nice long spine, draw the belly in, chin goes into the chest, and exhale, bend it slightly if you need to, and fold forward to Uttanasana, hands towards the floor, chin in. Inhale, hands under the knees, and move the chest away into 90-degree angle, lengthening the spine. And then exhale, fold forward, crown of the head towards the floor. Bend the knees slightly, arms to the side in T. Engage the core, lift the chest, standing position, straighten both knees. Hands to the heart, bend the knees, move the hips back into chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. From here, straighten both knees, reach with the fingertips, draw the belly in, chin into the chest. Swan dive, nice spine. As we exhale, we lower the hands down towards the floor. Inhale, hands under the knees and come into 90-degree angle, shoulders back and down. And then fold forward, standing forward bend. Bend the knees slightly, activate the core muscles, arms in T position, and return back to Samastiti. Hands to the heart, bend the knees, move the hips back into chair pose. You have to be able to see your toes. Activate those back muscles. Inhale, straighten both legs, arms overhead, chin in, belly in. Swan dive, pull the belly in, move the hips back, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands under the knees, 90 degrees. Exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees slightly, arms in T position, engage the core, arms overhead. Hands to the heart, move the hips back, activate the belly muscles and the back muscles. Chair pose. Inhale, straighten both legs, arms overhead, chin in, belly in. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, hands under the knees, a 90-degree angle. Exhale to release, let go. Bend the knees slightly, activate the belly muscles, arms in T, activate the back muscles, lift the chest, the torso. Hands together, Anjali Mudra, flex the knee into chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. One last. Inhale, straighten and reach to the fingertips. Create a space, swan dive. Inhale, hands under the knees. Exhale to fall forward. Bend the knees, arms to the side, engage, and bring the hands overhead. Flex the hands, chair pose, and move the hips back. From here, twist to the left, and just hook the right elbow outside of your left knee. Look over to your left shoulder, and sit a little bit deeper through your sits bones. Keep the core engaged, keep your legs strong. Let's do the twist back through center, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, arms overhead. Flex the knee, hands to the heart, chair pose. Move the hips back, engage the core. Let's twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, left elbow outside, right knee, look over to right shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. Inhale, exhale, and do the twist. Return the spine to neutral. Straighten both legs, hands toward the ceiling. Exhale again, swan dive. Hands towards the floor. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Flex the knee, hands towards the hips. Engage the belly, engage the back muscles. Come into extension, straighten both legs. Hands to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes, concentrating back into a deep breath. We slow down the inhales and the exhales. Evening out the quality of the breath. Hands down by your hips. And let's rotate the right foot out in an angle, 30 or 45, 35, 40 degree angle, and one comfortable step with the left foot. So my yoga mat is not a yoga mat, it's a rug, so it's a little bit unstable, but I think I'm safe here. So the right leg is bent, straight, the left knee is bent, and make sure your left knee is over to your left ankle. Shoulders should be right over your hips. Backing down. Let's work on Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Engage the core, scoot down forward now. Relax your shoulders back and down, palms facing to each other. And inhale, straighten. Flex, relax your shoulders and back to Warrior One. Inhale, straighten the knee. Soften shoulders, elbows, hands, and flex the knee, Warrior One. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex and relax. Inhale, straighten. Flex and lower. Inhale, straighten. Flex and then lower the palms down either side of your left leg. Inhale, straighten, move the hips back. Exhale, flex the knee, flatten the spine. If you cannot touch the floor, remember you can use the legs for support or your block. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, flex. Inhale, straighten, move your left hip back. Flex and lead with the chest. Inhale, straighten, flatten the spine, flex and flip even more. Inhale, straighten, flex and lower, engage the core, arms to the side, airplane pose, and slowly lift the torso, straighten your left leg, arms down by your hips, shoulders up, back and down, flex your left knee, step back into Samastiti. We're in the back of the mat with the feet under the hips. Go back to your breath. Now it's time to rotate the left foot in an angle. One comfortable step with the right foot. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders over your hip. Flex your right knee and let's all move to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Shoulders back and down, open through the chest. Your left leg is straight and strong. You're breathing in and out and inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, flex, soften the shoulders, open the chest. Inhale, straighten. flex and move the chest slightly back, arching the upper spine. Inhale, straighten, and flex and open. Inhale, straighten, flex and down, and then lower the palms either side of your right foot or a block. So we're going to straighten the knee, move the hip back. Exhale, flex the knee. Inhale, straighten, chin in. Flex the knee and guide the chest forward to flatten the upper spine. And straighten and flex, straighten, flex, straighten, flex, engage the core, engage those back muscles, arms in T position. Let's all come back to warrior two, relax, warrior one, shoulders back and down. And then slowly release the hands down towards the hips. And then one step back, the right foot comes to meet your left foot. Samastiti, watch your breath. And release the hands down. Let's keep working on strengthening those back muscles and the core. All, but like I said, is about the spine and the strength of the spine. With the feet wide as your hips, we're going to reach with the arms with the next inhale overhead. And as you exhale, lower the spine halfway down, airplane pose, arms shoulder hugged. Then sweep the arms forward so the upper arms are by your ears, palms facing to each other. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Arms down by your hips, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, arms out and up. Belly in, engage that core. Move the hips back, lower the spine, 90-degree angle, arms in T, airplane pose, and sweep the arms forward by your ears, palms facing each other. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, arms overhead, arms down towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. Again, inhale, arms out and up. Belly in, chin in, move the hips back. Nice flat back to lower a 90-degree angle, arms in T. Sweep the arms forward, palms facing to each other. Keep your neck neutral. Flex the knee, lift the chest, and reaching through the fingertips, arms down towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. 3 more rounds like this, working on strengthening the muscles of the core. Inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, lower. Halfway down, airplane pose. Keep the core engaged, scoot down forward, keep your neck neutral. Flex the knees, straighten the legs, arms overhead, and hands down towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. 2 more. Inhale, arms out and up. Engage, exhale, arms to T, move the hips back, 90-degree angle, spine with the hips. Swooping down forward by your ears, keep your neck neutral. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Last one, please. Exhale, hands down towards the hip, relax shoulders up, back and down. Here's the last round. Inhale, arms out and up. Chin in, belly in. Reach arms into T, flat spine. And sweeping the arms forward, keep your neck neutral. And bending the knees, engage the core to lift the torso, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down. And shoulders up, back and down. Good job, everyone. Hands to the heart. Let's reconnect back with the breath. Slowly lower the hands down by your hips. So now we're going to come to standing position with the feet wider than the hips. So feet are parallel. my little rock is a little wobbly, but we're okay. So have your feet wider than the hips, and we're going to work with flexion, but at the same time it's going to be an opening, chest opener and extension in the front, because we're going to bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, draw the chin to your chest, and as you move the hips back, you lower the crown of the head toward the floor as you bring the hands towards the ceiling. and shoulders back and down. So don't let the shoulders to come to your ears. The external rotation. Draw the shoulder blades to each other. You are flexing the spine forward, but your front of your chest is remaining open. And you can notice the muscles of the back super engaged. Now, relax your right hand down towards the floor. Let's twist to the left as we bring the left arm up to the sky. And exhale, lower the left hand down towards the floor. Twisting the spine, open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, twist to the left. And exhale, lower. Inhale, open and twist to the right. And exhale, down. One more time each side, open and twist to the left. And exhale, down towards the floor. Last one. Inhale, open and twist to the right. And then lower all the way down. Now, bend the right knee and then walk your hands to your right side. Rotate the foot so the right foot is pointing to the front and the left heel is down. From here, lower the left knee. Bring the right knee to meet your left knee, and then move all to child's pose, Balasana. Take a moment to rest and breathe before we come into the next series, the sequence addressing strength and mobilization of the spine in all 4 different planes. Take your time, just breathe through this. Have your head turn into one position. Gently pick up the head and rotate to the opposite side. And slowly return back to center. So here, let's work in addressing specifically the back muscles, the strength of the back muscles, and also the opening of the front of the chest. So let's begin with the arms by your side. This is Shalabhasana, locust pose. Remember, when we lift the head, we don't do this. We don't overarch the neck. We don't lead with the chin. We try to keep the best we can with the neck neutral gaze towards the floor. First, is too much pressure overarching the neck like that. And second, it's almost impossible to breathe like that. And we want the flow to happen of the breath. So from here, legs and feet together. We're going to lift the shoulder off the mat. Inhale, press with the hips and pelvis. Lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms and the feet. And exhale, down, down, down. Inhale, lift, activate those muscles in the back. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, press and engage those back muscles. Exhale, lower. Very important to strengthen the muscles to keep the spine healthy. 2 more. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. And down. Rotate the head to one side. Bring the arms in T position, airplane pose. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your upper spine. Take a break. And lift the head, turn it over to the opposite side. We're going to do the same thing now with arms in T position, airplane pose. Remember, when we lift the head and chest, keep your neck neutral. Legs and feet together. Press with the hips and pelvis. Activate the back muscles. Inhale. Lift the head, lift the chest, arms and feet up. Airplane. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift and lower. Inhale up and down. 2 more. Inhale up and lower. 1 last. Inhale, lift. And all the way down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows by your rib cage. We press with the palms to lift the chest, the hips, the pelvis, bend the knees, and let's counterbalance that back bend as you relax the hips to the heels, Balasana, Child's Pose. Take a moment and breathe. Stretch your lower back. So from that extension we were doing with Shalabhasana, locust and airplane pose, we're counterbalance in flexion now. And then hands by your knees, lift the head, lift the chest, drop the hips to one side, and let's come to the front of the mat a little bit again, and a flexion to stretch lower back, middle back into farmer's pose. Just breathe through this, feel the opening in between the shoulder blades, in between the rib cage. And from here, lift the chest to flatten the spine, hands to your knees and lean slightly back. Now we're going to lift the feet up, lower the fingertips down, heels down, arms shoulder height. Inhale, lift into 90-degree angle, hands down. Exhale, feet down, arms shoulder height. Add your own rhythm, linking the breath with the movement, making sure you are engaging not just the abdominal muscles, but the back muscles as well. Breathing in and out. Keep engaging those muscles on the torso of the core. Last one, please. Here we go. And then lower the feet down and another farmer's round pose. Relax your spine. Draw the chin in. And slowly lift the head, the chest, and let's have the hands behind you and then slowly lower the spine down. Protect your neck and head with a blanket or the cushion and just have your knees bent with the feet wide as your hip a little bit. Hands to your belly, belly breathing. And here we go again into flexion, extension, and twist this time. Let's have the arms in and down by your side, feet wide as your hips. Let's come to bridge pose, Vipadapita, and that's an extension. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up. And lower it down, flat on the floor. Arms now in T, airplane pose. Feet off the mat, 90-degree angle. Let's work on a twist. Slowly lower the legs to the left. Activate the core back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Engage back to center. Exhale to the left. Back to center. to the right, back through center, to the left, back through center, to the right, back through center, feet down, arms down by your side. Round number 2, bridge pose. Feet wide as your hips. Inhale high into the bridge. Exhale, lower the bridge down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And lower, arms into position. Feet off the mat, round number 2. Exhale, twist to the left. Activate the side muscle of the torso. Back to center. Exhale to the right. Back to center. To the left. Back to center. To the right. Back through center. One more each side. To the left. Engage. To the right. Engage. Feet down, hands down by your side. And we're going to come into bridge one more time. Inhale. Exhale, now down. Feet off the mat, hands to your knees. This is a flexion, Apanasana. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, flexing. Inhale, straighten. And flex. Inhale, straighten. And flex. One more. Inhale, straighten, flex, hug yourself, thigh into the chest. Draw the chin in, engage those muscles of the neck to lift the head of the mat, forehead to your knees. And exhale, head down, down, down. Lower the right foot down. Let's do some IT band stretch. Left foot on top of your right thigh, holding from the shin or the hamstring. And just breathe as you stretch the outside of your left hip. Breathing in and out. We work with chair pose, we work with warrior ones. We need to let go a little bit here, stretching, opening on the left hip. Nice inhales and full exhales. And let go. Left foot down, right foot on top of your left. Same thing from the hamstring or the shin. Now it's time to stretch the IT band on the right hip. And let go. Have your feet wide as your mat. Arms in T. Some windshield wiper movement here. Rocking the head in an opposite direction where your legs are going. Let go, relax, release any tension in the spine, the hips. Now breathing in and out. Returning back through center, straightening both legs, turn the feet out, bring the arms overhead to find nice space in between each vertebra, especially create space in the spine. After all this work we did today, take a nice inhale. Exhale, relax the arms somewhere in between hips and shoulders, making an adjustment in your upper spine, middle back, lower back, hips, and sacrum. And take a nice inhale. Sigh it out. Welcome now to your final pose. This is it. This is your Shavasana. Time to rest. Time to come into a deep, deep and full rest. So from here, just allow yourself to come into deep relaxation as you listen to the sound of my voice. I'll be guiding you so you can relax and let go all different parts of your body. Breathing normally, please. Bring the attention to your toes, top of the feet, the entire length of the sole of your feet, both ankles, both shins, calf muscles, and both knees, front and back. And from the top of your knees down to the sole of the feet, just do the best to relax the lower part of your legs. And the attention comes to your thighs and hamstrings, glutes, hips, and pelvis. And from the top of your hips down to the sole of the feet, front and back of both legs, you are letting them go to release, to relax. Now the tension goes to your lower back, all the muscles connected with the spine, in between the rib cage, all the way up to your shoulder blades. And then the tension goes to the lower abdomen, to the muscles in between the rib cage and the front, your heart, your chest. And from the top of your collarbones, front and back of your torso, down all the way to the sole of the feet. Your body gently is sinking down. Now bring the attention to the shoulders, front and back, upper arms, elbows, forearms, the wrists, the hands, palms, top of the hands, and all your fingers. And from the top of the shoulders down to the sole of the feet, from the neck down, your body is gently melting down towards the floor. Attention goes now to the throat and your neck, to your jaw, chin, relaxing the tongue down to the base of the mouth as you soften the lips and upper lip. You relax your cheekbones, your nose, and both ears. You let the eyeballs to sink down to your eye sockets. Eyelids are soft, and so are your eyebrows, and in between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead and your crown chakra. And from the top of your head, all the way down to the sole of the feet, your entire body is finding relaxation. You are letting go and surrendering to stillness and peace. Please, very slowly, begin to deepen your breath. Gently move the body, slowly wiggling toes and fingers, ankles and wrists. Now with your next inhale, bring the arms overhead, pointed toes, reach through the fingertips. And one more time, create that space in between each vertebrae, grow taller. Take a nice full inhale. And as you exhale, flex both knees, hug yourself, and gently roll over to one side in fetal position. Take your time. And the head comes last. Let's all please sit together. The spine upright, soft shoulders, soft muscles on the face, eyes closed. Let's bring the attention to the base of our pelvic floor. And we're going to imagine our breath is going to circle us, is going to hug us in a way. So visualize the air moving with the next inhalation, kind of long, deep inhale, and visualize the air moving inside or in the surface of your skin, the front of the body, all the way up to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, visualize the breath just melting down through the spine, all the way down as you finish the exhalation back to the pelvic floor. And keep working with this circling of the air, bathing us front and back of our bodies. Slow down the breath. Visualize it. Control the breath. Calm, relaxing breathing. Return slowly back to your regular breathing pattern, please. And taking the time to experience a more peaceful mind. Mind that does not feel scattered. Still and peaceful mind. Guiding the hands together in Anjali Mudra. May you have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet words to keep offering. And may our actions always be inspired by love, compassion, sweetness, and peace. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. I thank you all very much for being here today. Namaskar. Thank you.